So essentially, if you have a system where I thought it was a hack because I didn't see anything saying I did anything. It just said, don't do it again. I'm like, what? So I thought the way it all went down, it still could have been a hack. But again, if your system is you violated a rule and you don't explain that violation of rule to the person, then that's suable. Well, because there's no way to rectify what you're talking about. No, I've told you on social media about this before. You social media types created these these online contracts per se, agreements. They're not. You can't enforce them. In other words, you're not allowed to use my information for criminal purpose, which you all do. There's no doubt. You sell it to criminals for criminal purpose. You're not free from being sued because you have in the contract you can't be sued. The judge will say, no, that doesn't work because you use that person's information for criminal purpose. It's the same thing. If you're telling somebody they violated a rule and you don't know what the rule, then they don't know what the rule is, and you're an open business. You're making money off of the United States. You owe the United States. You owe the people that come on your apps. Don't just because you got money, don't think that you're impervious. Step on the wrong toe and you get cursed off. And then everything starts failing all over again. If you ask me, Elon Musk is the one that caused MAGA to split off from Trump. He may actually be steering Jack Kemp and Tucker Carlson. No, not Jack Kemp. John whatever Kemp. What's Kemp's first name? Joe Kemp. Right. See? And then you need Elon, right? Because Joe Kemp and Tucker are no longer with you. See how he does that? Just give him a few more contracts, he'll take care of you, but he's not. He's killing your support. Yeah, I've seen it. It's going left hard. Right. There's so much AI popping up that wasn't there 2 months ago. Because he's either trying to take Trump out or he's trying to manipulate Trump by saying, hey, you need old Elon because look at all these people turning on you. In fact, he tried to get me to turn on, like blame it on Trump. Right. That's part of what this effort is. Plus, they're hiding all my work I did all those years. And I say, well, Trump, don't you want us to hide his work? Because that's where we got the Trump account. Now I know why they were blocking me from Facebook all those years. I just couldn't get to it. And that comes from their money. They shouldn't have that money. Too clear. So they roll in. Well, we paid you. You paid me what? This is disability money. I'm supposed to be paid probably from 2005, at least. So the same people that blocked me from life and caused the disability to get worse are the same people that are saying I owe them. I mean, it makes no sense. Oh, this is why you're nowhere more. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I'm nowhere because a bunch of whores that have sex with you and get you all sexually excited whisper in your ear all day about certain people. That's really what's going on. Excuse me. Right. What you think what I said about social media, the techies changed? I didn't revoke what I said you all actually were and the crimes that you committed were. Right. You're all a bunch of narco scumbags. All techies are. And sex trafficking scumbags. All techies are. but they run a scam where they extort their way out of it and then and then try to make everybody else the same thing or similar, but yet get them arrested. Say, oh yeah, we're policing everything. No, now I'm sure it was an algorithm. I'm almost sure if Byron was most likely on social media, they used algorithms to sexualize him. And Elon's part of it. I've been talking about maybe he was blocking people from hearing it. X is the sexualizer. Now, towards the end of it, it got less and less, but that's because it didn't seem to be working. But again, they were probably just hiding it. So class action suits, sexualization, X is sexualizing people with algorithms, and they know it. Crime bosses pay them to sexualize people. Right. Now, it isn't a test. What they'll tell you it's a law enforcement test. It's a scam. It's been a scam for decades. They're sexualizing, which means the person's mind can't do anything other than what they want because it's spy level. They took $1 trillion technology and used it for criminality, extortion and whatnot. Now they'll say, well, it's the CIA, we need to extort somebody. That's lies. They'll always, the deep state story that they're saving the world by being criminals. Right? Well, they're duping Trump at this point. If you don't see Trump take out Elon's world, then they're duping Trump. Elon's corrupt. He runs a porn kingdom and other things. Right. Oh, I got to get the cheese. Please. I mean, that's how Elon plays it. He's the most conservative person in the world, but he runs a porn kingdom on X and makes probably millions, if not billions of dollars off of it. Christian Elon. And face it, he's anti-trans, but yet he's the one that signed the paperwork for his daughter to be a trans. He essentially sealed her fate. Right? I mean, I'm a poor man, and I knew if my kid is going the wrong gender, you give him that birth gender hormone. But Elon's that perfect father where his daughter rebelled. Right. Yeah, big scams for me, Elon. He's inauthentic. That's why they said I was inauthentic on the website, on the X. Because Elon's a projectionist. He's a scammer. Oh, Elon's playing Trump. Elon's his own thing, man. Oh, Mossad should take him out. He's anti-Jewish. He might make deals with Israel, but again, it's that scam. You get in with somebody and you blind them with their own, own needs or whatever it is. They do it. Right. No, I'm in the store. I'm in Walmart store. No, I'm in Walmart. I got my phone. I got broadcast to my phone, not my computer. I guarantee the Marshal Service is part of it. They know they tried to kill me, and they just never stopped. I mean, spies kill with psyop. It's not a choice somebody makes when they commit suicide. It's not a choice somebody makes when they can't get to the doctor if you torture them from doctors, dentists, and everything else. You'll go to hell for it. Many are still already in hell. There are people I worked with that passed on. They're in hell. It isn't about me, but it's about me. Why would it be about me? Why would it be about you when you're also corrupt? Because you're saving the world, quote unquote? They got these women in the government. It's like a spy organization, the entire government. So they got these women that go out and, make men interested, and they play their games. That's not real. Brennan runs it. I guarantee it. I guarantee Brennan is running the FBI with his progeny, which means the people that came after him, that worshipped him and learned their dirty trade. If they did it for the United States, that's one thing. This is where they keep flipping back and forth. If they did it for the United States, it would be one thing. But they're doing it for criminal enterprise and selfish gain. All right. So again, they flip back and forth to being that, the savior of the nation and the crook. Well, of course they're a crook, but why are they a crook? Because they're the savior of the nation. Again, the same deep state bullshit. The same reason they used to crucify Rabbi Yeshua ben David, also known as Jesus. It's not hard to figure out who they are in Scripture. Same people that took out Rabbi Shimon and Rabbi Eliezer. Right. Trying to find larger bags here. These 13-gallon bags are too small. Well, I got at least like a 25, 30-gallon. You have to go over here. Well, that's the point. And again, this is what's going on today. Again, the same people that killed Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Shimon and Rabbi Akiva are the same people that killed Jesus. But his name back then was Rabbi Yeshua. His name was never Jesus on this earth. You say Jesus around Rabbi Yeshua, he'd look at which is Jesus in real. He'd look at you like you were nuts. Jesus, what's that mean? So again, there's been a big scam on the church with the church there. It's actually Judaism, but a modified Judaism, what's called Reform Judaism. It's a form of Reform Judaism. Oh, Christians are scammers, man. Scammers from way back. Now, you have some honest, of course, but they're not honest. You understand how that works? Well, the religion's not honest, so they can't be honest. They don't know how to be honest. They don't know how the religion works. It's just kind of like dogmatic, doing what everybody else does. Again, if you read the Torah, it tells you, which is the Old Testament in the Bible, it will tell you that families that just kind of operate by tradition and by, family tradition and learning, what everybody, like monkey see, monkey do. That's what God hates. It's one of the things God hates. So, there's a 33, but a little smaller. There's a 30-gallon multi-purpose. Go ahead. Let me heal that lady there, young lady. Just upset. Just walk around with a sad face. This is unscented. I want it scented. Right. The people that are good people in the church can't be honest church members because church is a lie. Right. But that's because there are so many corrupt people in the church, they keep everybody else ignorant. There is a truth that is in that scripture. You'll never go to a church generally and find it because it frees people. A lot of churches are about keeping people in bondage to the church. Again, if you don't pay your tithe, what happens? They don't have their money to go party with. Also, we're not partying, we're going on retreat. Law enforcement is the same thing. You donate to their one fund and go out and party with it. Donation is a scam word. I mean, there might be honest donations, but they use that. Corrupt people use that as corruption. So I learned that in religion, because I didn't just go to church. I went to all the religions, looked at them. People that were receiving donations, quote unquote, were corrupt, and the donation system was corrupt. So who else receives donations? politicians. We know that's corrupt. So donation is actually a word that corrupt and criminal people use to deceive good people into giving up their money. You'd be better off going down the street and buying some food and giving it to the homeless people or to some woman raising kids who doesn't have money, that kind of thing. Again, the NGO. I can't believe I can't. This is so strange. I had this problem before and I ordered it on Amazon. No, they're missing the mark because it goes from 13 gallons to 30 gallons, but the only 30 gallon you can get is unscented from what I can see. I'm probably missing something. Well, it should be a 30 gallon. There should actually be like a 22 gallon. I think some places carry those. I don't see them here. Here's a 30 gallon. I found the, yeah, maybe the security heard me and willed it. Not willed it, but sent the blip. 30 gallon. Then it sent Fabuloso. 30 Arm & Hammer. I want to go with the, let me see. That's that. That's got that. Too much lavender. Yeah, I'll go with the lemons. Oh, they're on sale too. Well, is that the one's on sale? On sale. Or clearance, whatever. No, the government's runs, the entire government runs like a criminal spy organization. Now, there's good people in there that have to do the work, but those people don't, like Bovino. They got rid of him because he was doing the work. Whether you agree to one side or the other, Bovino was doing the work. That's what happened to me. But I was asleep. Bovino's awake. He's got a support system. Right. Right. I don't know if the little plates or the big plates. It's a difference in price. Well, as far as an officer doing his job, I mean, you may not even agree to immigration stuff. And that's fine. That's your opinion. But as far as a law enforcement officer, he knew what he was doing. Right. And as far as talking junk, everybody talks junk here or there. I mean, I was probably the least junk talker in the government, but I was too busy doing my job. Do my job. Right. Just this one. Thank you, Larry. Well, actually, I could scan it. I guess I didn't bring my other phone. I can. Bovino's whole career, somebody was waiting to knock him off the block. So the deep state says take him out. Then everybody like, how high? The deep state took Bovino out. Took Kristi Noem, and who are they related to? Narcos. They're real. Do you understand the difference between a real cop and one that plays the game and says that he's a hero and she's a hero, but they're actually corrupt. And they let certain people deal dope, certain people sex traffic. The whole world's like that. There's sex trafficking here in this county, and I'm sure the cops know what's there. And I'm sure those people are paying somebody. Right, Butler County? Want to play games? But there's only so many cops here to corrupt. They're probably trying to build it up. So be careful in Butler County. They're trying to increase your corruption. I know they are. It's just by default. Right. They call me like a sucker. But when they go to hell, when it's all said and done, if you're a dirty cop, you're going to hell. It's just the way it works. I mean, God's not going to take a dirty cop into heaven. Again, when you are given much, much is expected. No, their perfect records are BS. Right? Oh, because they're protected by that thing. So the thing that caused Kristi Noem's husband to fall is there only one in there? It's the same thing that causes them to look good, even though they could be doing the same thing. The key is Kristi couldn't be blackmailed, couldn't be corrupted. So they took her out. They do the same thing to, let's say, Shifty Norem. So Shifty Norem is running the Marshal Service. And Shifty Norem does the same thing as Kristi Noem's husband. But they'll approach Shifty Norem and say, hey, be corrupt for us. So all you have to do is only bust the people we tell you to bust, let everybody else commit crimes, and then what happened to Kristi Noem wouldn't happen. They would let them stay, but their husband still would have wore boobies in a chat room or something. That's real. If Kristi Noem was corrupt, you never would have known about that. And she may have been approached to be corrupt. And I know she looks corrupt, and it was a setup by people in DHS. And maybe they won't try to take out Mullen if Mullen's part of it. But if Mullen's not part of it, he needs to be careful because they're setting it up right now to be blackmailed and extorted. And I know he probably has something in his life. I can just tell, but it doesn't mean he has to be corrupt and criminal at that level. Just stand your ground. Right? Right. I mean, it's a time for choosing, and the Bible speaks about certain choices. Right. So it's important to make, again, I'm not talking about the church because the church has sold out, completely sold out. To the average churchgoer, it looks somewhat honest. But as soon as somebody comes in and puts a contract on you, and believe it, it's more than most people know that there are contracts out there. They'll run a spy operation around you while you're in church. For corrupt money. But again, the idea is, it's like, again, some are conservative, some are liberal, but it's like the deep state argument. We're committing crimes because we're saving the world. But it's bullshit. I've got the cheese. I got to get the cheese. Right. No, they got them. I don't know if the contract stuff is prosecutable because again, sometimes it looks a little off. Maybe you feel they should have did something different and it's not prosecutable. But they got her back there. And again, I guarantee somebody duped. The same person that tells you it's legal will be coming there and hand you your slip, your slip to leave. Because that's the way they are. They get off on it. Right. Oh no, the government's got the worst people ever in it. Now they got some good people. I was in there, but they're not in power. They're never in power. Right. Yeah, Butler County needs to be careful. The deep state's going to try to take over. I'm almost sure of it. Maybe already here. Could be your sheriff. All right, I got to look for a pizza here. I must start exercising so I can eat a pizza here or there. Heal these people. I've seen them around before. Thank you, Larry. Woman's got something going on. I'm responding real bad. All right. Don't forget to remove X from the face of the earth. It has no right to exist. Based upon your own rules, you have no right to exist. Now they're portraying Trump. That's one of the reasons they closed the account, because I saw it and articulated it. I didn't articulate a lot, so they actually miscalculated. Right. Because I've been holding back a lot and just watching stuff. All right. Now I want a thin crust, but I want one that's really thin. Menards used to have it. It was like my favorite pizza in the world. Believe it or not, Menards. It was a thin crust that was really thin, even thinner than like, and it was crispy. Every time you cooked it, it was almost a cracker, but it would still, it tasted like a pizza crust, but it was like a cracker. I think Jack's would be better, maybe, but it's not quite Jack's. Yeah, Jack's feels about right, nice and thin. It's like Jack's, but it was the one that Menards has is even better. X needs to disappear from the earth, and we need to recreate another one so I can join that one. Elon's corrupt. He needs to go. Don't be violent with him. You know, if you arrest him, just, you know, give him the respect that every other scumbag gets. Funny, bro. Give him the respect. I guess this in here. Is it closed on the top? Or is it open? I don't want to buy it if it's open. That looks good. Buying some garlic here. Oh, I know what I want to get. Oh, how they busy. I gotta go down the other side. Everybody comes to this side, and I know it's a problem in a store. This is the worst store I've ever seen for that. Everybody will go to the front self-checkout, and the back, I mean, it'll be like, you know, 3 or 4 people before you get to your self-checkout in line. But the other self-checkout will be open. You can walk up and go, whoo. I've never seen it this bad. It's probably the head of the store. It's a metaphysic. If you can't see something, it's what's called metaphysical. So you heal it. So heal the self-checkout so it equalizes. Actually, you might want to put people there, it just said. So we did heal it. Well, you should suggest, I mean, I guess people could be insulted today. They get insulted easy. But you could say, there's another self-check, just to let you know, there's another self-checkout. Right? But you'd have, you know, a radio to talk to the other self-checkout. Right? Look for the large Italian seasoning. They have it. I mean, well, the cheap Italian seasoning, they're only like $1 or something, so they're not. It's not horrible to buy a couple of those. Probably what I have to do. Yeah, they don't have. All right, there it is. That's good. I got a couple of those. I make a lot of mock spaghetti. Except they took I use chorizo. I use veggie chorizo. They took that out of stock in Butler County. That's how I know the deep state's here. Yeah, they're messing with your food stuff. Thank you, Lord. That's how they psych like they may have done it to Byron. I don't know. Byron goes shopping and his favorite items are never there after he buys them a few times. Right. And then the number on the price might be his anniversary with Christy to have his head over it. Like the price maybe. I don't know. Let's say they got married in $298. Or let's say $484. They'll put that number. And then they'll start disappearing that food. So to freak them out. So he'll notice it. And then he'll notice that the food with that number keeps disappearing off the shelf. Right? And they'll, you know, again, it's projection and all that, and things online in this feed. We're poisoning you. We're poisoning you. People get freaked out like that. And that's how they do it. Thank you, Larry. You ever see somebody kills their family? That's how they do it. Elon's part of it. Killing Americans for foreign governments. If Elon could change the rules for president, he would do it. I guarantee it. In fact, he may be gathering information on people that are on X about their personal habits that he could use to extort them at a later date. See, look, this is completely open. I don't know why people don't come down this side. It has a better energy to it, too. This is the secret of Walmart. I should have bought another one of these pizzas. But I'm gonna have to try to. I have to get out more. I've been inside, just waiting for it to warm up for good. I know Elon Musk is corrupt. He needs to go. Somebody needs to arrest him. Give him the respect. Give him the respect that's due. Now he's turning on Trump. There's no doubt. He's a manipulator. You have to watch him. What happened there? Oh, I forgot. I put this stuff in here. How much did I? My mind is somewhere else. I'm sorry what I just did. How much did I pay for any of it? Or I just put it? I put it all in. Or you say you just you paid for the pizza already. Okay. Whatever. Okay, I apologize. My mind was somewhere else. There we go. Obviously, I wasn't going to make it anywhere. I spaced out. I put it in the bag, but usually really careful. I'll see, but it did affect me, even though it didn't affect me overwhelmingly. Caused me to be absent-minded, and they know that. So the first thing they do is they notice that Byron is becoming absent-minded. They know this stuff's working. There you go. Everything else. Really? I'm not sure if I stand this. How do I know? How do I know if I scanned this? Jax. It doesn't say Jax on this. Yeah, usually you have a number that you would know. I count the items in here. That's up there. Oh, there it is at the top. Okay. Reading it backwards. No, this is how they kill people and get them to do bad things to other people. They continually harass them. Right. That's okay. God will get them. Sometimes they stay rich on this planet and have a great life here, but that doesn't mean anything. Obviously, every religion says if it doesn't happen here, it'll happen in the afterlife. But again, most places that talk about that lie about what's really going on. So again, they can't intelligently speak to the people who would believe what they said. Right. No, there's a chance that your church is run by a gangster. That's how bad it is. I mean, as long as he doesn't commit a sex crime or she doesn't commit a sex crime, then nobody cares, right? But they could be gangsters. Right. And actually, that's been proven over and over again. I know what it says in the scriptures about the church came true. A lot of them are gangsters, and they'll tell you, "Well, we have to do this to fight the deep state." You see the scam? Well, because they are the deep state. There are conservative deep state people. Hmm. But we don't know. We don't know if Mullen's real or he's just a drone for the Senate to take over the cabinet. Seems like a good guy, but he could be blackmailable, extortable, and just do what they want. I work with people like that in the government all the time. Instead of honing up to what they did, they work for the enemies of the government, the enemies of the United States, and ruin the government. Right. I want to take my time and check it out, make sure I get everything. So again, there's no doubt that Kristi Noem's husband was taken down by spies, and those spies include spies working in the Trump administration that are actually working for Brennan and those people. Kristi Noem's husband is a victim of the deep state spies. They destroyed his mind. It's not a test. They'll tell you, well, it's a test to see what he would do. That's a lie. They broke his mind. I think they're playing Trump right now. It's kind of like up in the. No, the MAGA people are being played also. The MAGA people need to go back to Trump. Because that's how they're doing it. Like, oh no, you need Elon because the MAGA people now aren't with you. But Elon's the one that led the MAGA people away. Elon's a scammer. I don't know who sees my stuff, but he may have closed my account because of that. He's jealous, and more than jealous, he's a manipulation to try to make himself the only game in town for the president. Thank you, Rick. Oh, he's really a drug addict. I mean, that's really who he is. A drug addict's got enough money not to go to jail, right? You just so fucking. He's ludicrous. Yeah, they need to close down X and start a new one. All right. So what they do is they'll do stuff to Byron like that and stress him out, and then they'll start the sexualization. Now, what they'll say is the person has a predisposition to sexuality. Now, yes, with his wife in a marriage. See the scam? Right. Right. So when they split, so they most likely knew that Kristi and her husband were sexual. So when they take that Kristi away, which they did, and then it involves a large psychological operation that is a criminal psychological, which means they are criminals that are effectuating a spy operation similar to a foreign government. Right. 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 So again, they're the ones that cause their marriage to go. And that's why I said, if the marriage can't work, then it can't work. I understand that part of it. I'm not here to say Kristi and her husband have to stay together forever. If it's irreparably broken, then fine. But the goal is her husband will be fine if they go back to the relationship they had. I don't know what she knows. I wrote it online, but they can block anything online as to what was actually happening in their lives and how to fix it. He's actually programmed. Ever hear of programming? It's like a cult. Like they use the methods of a sex cult, but they're not part of the person's life. They're just, it could be your police. chief of police be part of it. Your sheriff could be part of it. That's what the deep state is. It's not a political party. It's a bunch of criminals using spycraft, like $1 trillion spy operation. But it doesn't cost them that because they're using the government to do it. Elon's part of it. So X needs to go, and we need to replace it with something that people can use. Middle of the road people, right? That don't hate ICE. The anti-ICE stuff is increasing on X also. Right. No, X runs sexualization algorithms, and people don't know it that they're being sexualized. And what they're seeking is to extort for whatever purpose the person they're doing it to. Right. Thank you, Larry. They're selling your information to criminals and knowing that it's going to be used for criminal purpose. No, nothing you signed on X allows them to do that. Right. They play this game like there's a contract or an agreement that they get to do whatever they want. They don't. There should be class action lawsuits off of it. Oh yeah, when they did it, they go, well, we paid you because I got an increase in disability, so VA disability. So they're yeah, that's it. Oh, I used the wrong card. Shoot, they got my mind. I wanted to use my account that's affiliated with my account here. I just lost 4%. That's my purchase. Like I said, no matter what you do, it still affects you. So, like, I just used the wrong payment method, and I lost 4% credit back. Which probably was about $5. Again, it's a metaphysic also because they got you, quote unquote. But I'll curse the shit out of X until it's destroyed. And again, I might leave the earth and passed on 30 years and it gets destroyed, but it'll still eat it up. And Elon's little game of being protected from being arrested will probably diminish. Now, he's being protected from being arrested. A lot of the techies are. Are into sex trafficking and narco distribution. But because they have the goods on everybody, they run all the tech apps, and they have secrets about big people having sex out of wedlock and everything else. Right. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, sir. All right, where's my freaking receipt go? I didn't even have my receipt. Oh wait, did it pay? Oh, it didn't go through. All right, so let me use this. All right, that's good. It didn't go through. I'm going to use my Walmart app, so I might disappear. Yeah, that's good. All right, we still going on? Yeah. Yeah, I guess you didn't hear all I was saying. So, essentially, Brennan's still running the government, and he does it through the people that he trained and made rich through corruption. They owe him everything. They owe because they're not good spies. They're not good investigators. So what Brennan does, he finds these people that can't do their job and then makes them big, and he uses the entity's money, the agency money, to make them look good, and then of course uses the agency to make the other people get them dumbed down a little bit. Right. So without the deep state, they got nothing because they're not good officers. But the deep state is both Republican and Democrat, and anything outside of it, they made you believe it's a political party. No, they're fighting to put the Democrats in. That's one reason they took my account out. Right. No, man, they're mad because I was killing it. I'll try to do it from X and some of the other stuff. I know you're all on Blue Sky. I think I gotta find my Blue Sky account. It's somewhere. I don't like because Facebook tortured me. I'm still mad at Facebook. I mean, they really tortured me. X didn't necessarily torture me. Anyway. Oh, they did all sorts of. They had to be hacking it from somewhere, probably within Facebook, within Meta. Oh no, really? I will tell you, Facebook owes me $1 million easy with what they did to me. But I didn't know. I was tortured. I woke up a little bit here in Butler. Right. We're just launching class action lawsuits against X Inside. Send some cops to kick down Elon's door. Well, he's going to have to fight it now. You want to take my protection and laugh about it after he screws me? He's a backstabber. I figured out Elon for a backstabber for a long time, but I said I'd help him. Right. I agree, Larry. But again, the president, he gives money to the president. I mean, you can't take money from everyone and honor the agreement. And Elon's one of those people because he's giving you money to take over your machine and fuck you with it. Put it bluntly. And then he comes, you need me. I'm the only person you got. You're one of them scammers, Long pause, long silence, staring at you. No, I still don't believe Warren has a clue. She probably does. She'll call me stupid. Like, stupid, we knew we were stealing the money. Let us get our money. Warren's probably like, Warren and Bernie are like, of course we're stealing the money. They'll probably try to close my Facebook down next. Right. A person probably paid a few $1 million or something. I mean, that's really how big it is. It could be Pritzker himself. You think Elon wouldn't take money from Pritzker? I mean, come on.
Research.
Actually, it's all about money for those people, right? They become an Aldi. I never looked at their pizzas. Let's see what their pizzas look like. Yeah, if you want to hear my stuff, it has to be on Facebook. But Facebook keeps deleting it, so I have to figure this out now. We have to get places to post this. I think it was a scam. All right. No, if I were still investigating that aspect, so it would look like I was looking at it, right, they would have probably never would have canceled my account. As long as I kept pulling that up. Right. Thanks, Mary. Nah, Elon, you're not going to pull that scam, and your people aren't going to pull that scam. Oh, because we canceled his account. No, it's because you're corrupt, Elon, and you're a devil. You're the president. You work for foreign powers, just like for you, right? Biggest national security hole in the world. It doesn't mean the concept of Doge is not well. It just means the people running it weren't well, right? Well, the question on the expenses is: did you cancel things that's costing us more money? It was pretty bombastic the way him and the Doge kids did it, which means there was no thought to: is this cutting this actually going to cost us more money? Like the idea of throwing people in jail if because they don't have money for food because you cut the food money. Again, you just tighten the belt in the program. That's all. Make sure it's honest, right? But that never works because then they go to crime, and then it costs us more money when they go to crime. The idea of we do it because they deserve it. I mean, that's bullshit. I mean, why cut your nose off to spite your face? Right. So you have to give a certain amount of public benefits out. So your prison population stays down below a certain level. Vacation costs more money than SNAP benefits.
How would we do that? Sure.
So that's one of the reasons, like, people say, well, why did conservatives continue with these programs? Again, the Bible tells you to do it, but the idea is this: that there's a drop dead date or a drop dead amount of SNAP benefits and everything else that you have to give out, where it costs the government more money, and part of that cost is what do they call that? Corrections fees, because you end up arresting more people. But there's more to it than just that. So if you cut SNAP benefits, if you cut public welfare benefits beyond a certain point, your prison population raises up, and then it costs you more money than you would have put out for that. So it really transcends any type of political ideology. But it's weird. It isn't like you actually have to sit down and figure it out. You can't just go, I'm going to this or I'm going to that. Right. It takes time to discover where it all is. I mean, I've never really studied a study. I just studied the evidence, and that was it.
Thanks, Larry.
Yeah, the only low sodium bread is at home one, I think. Yeah, I was losing it at Walmart. I was putting stuff in my bag when I was scared of it. Like, That's all. One like I was going to get away with it, right? Because I was like, they said attendant coming. What the hell is he coming here for? What the hell happened? It's pretty good people at the Walmart there. Somebody's corrupt in there, but in everybody, right? Hopefully, it's not the sheriff. Oh, here it is. Over here. Who's the corrupt president of Walmart? Sheriff. And sheriff's dealing cannabis, taking money from the sex traffickers. Let me. Nah, I was just trying to get married. They actually were so mad that I kept trying to get. They actually psyoped me like they did Byron. Now I didn't wear boobies, but I was trying to get married. I was an honest guy. I'm a great husband. I just had a wife who's disabled, and it got pretty bad. I even tried to stay, but again, somebody deep stated me and duped her. She wasn't the most intelligent person, so it there was no way to get past it. Oh shoot, I should have bought the green peppers here. The ones at Walmart. Walmart, somebody ripping you off with the green peppers. The ones over here are much nicer at Aldi. The yellow and the orange ones in the 3-bag. Your supplier is shorting you. Not looking that good, that supply, the selection. But over here at Aldi, they're just pretty nice. Might be selling them to Aldi and giving you the bad ones. Possible. I used to be a big meat eater. I was in the bodybuilding and stuff, so I was eating almost all meat, low carb, and all that. Right. But when I woke up, it was obvious. Right. Is this the right card? I think it is. No, this card didn't go in the other. No food. Okay. That was kind of a blessing that it didn't get approved at Walmart for some reason. Yeah, the only thing is like at Aldi, there's like nobody usually to say hi, bye. I'm like the old time shopping event, like the robotics store, Oh, you can say hi to the robots. No, thank you, Elon. We want people in our stores, not robots. You would say hi and bye when we go shopping. Yeah, kill the robots. Get them gone. You're gonna take over the world with those things. Oh, wait a minute, my thing. Go ahead. Oh, it's also that my disability went up, so they have to like counter that with a negative. It's a psyop, right? So the progeny of the man that took over the government by extorting the House and the Senate when he broke into their computers, John Brennan, is actually who's still doing it because of the shittiest shit in the government. Right. Yeah, remember they're on $1 trillion machine, and they slant the $1 trillion machine towards them, so they look like they're the best of the best. Right. In fact, they may be the ones that are screwing the head of Joe Kent. So Joe Kent, at this point, Joe Kent and Tucker Carlson could be creations of X and Elon. Right. But you need him. You need him, Trump. See, everybody's turning on you. See? Right. Right? That's the kind of person he is. Elon don't share nothing with nobody, and he ain't sharing nothing with Trump. Every penny he gave Trump, he got back 50-fold. Right. Meanwhile, he's steering you away from people that you should be paying.
Agreed.
So I'm telling you that Kristi Noem is unshakable and unbreakable. That's why you know about her husband's boobies. Otherwise, they'd have hit it and she'd have been on the take. Now, it doesn't look good for Mullen because the Senate part of that scam. That's already been established in previous investigations. I said Warren and Bernie. Of course we're stealing the money. Now shut up. So Elon ended my account when I said something about Pritzker. There were no curse words in it. Just said that the gross domestic product of Illinois was sex trafficking and narcotics. And it's a post where he was taking out Trump, just to show you. Just talk about Trump should have been gone long ago. I said, people have been wanting you gone, Pritzker, long ago. Everybody knows gross domestic product of Illinois is sex trafficking and narcotics. Which is also a psychological attack to say, hey, if you don't say anything about Pritzker, you'll be okay. Don't protect Trump, you'll be okay. And that came from Elon and X. He's a fake. Elon's a fake. He ain't supporting the president. He's the one manipulating everything and screwing up MAGA. He got the H. He works with the H-1Bers are taking over the country, man. They're still taking it over. How many H-1Bers did you deport? Hardly any at all. No, they're not educated. They're crooks from crook countries. Trying to tell you that Americans can't do their job because they won't let the Americans in and they won't let the Americans up. The U.S. citizens need to stand up to people like South African Musk, immigrant thief. Well, stay peaceful. Praise God in all that you do. Praise God.